Hi there, welcome to Jonathan's Art Journey. I'm Jonathan, and today we're going to be talking about the benefits of a comfort zone. You often hear people talking about comfort zones in a negative sort of way, like if you stick doing the same sort of thing all the time, you won't grow in your craft. And yep, while that's all true, I think there are some benefits to comfort zones that people often ignore. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at defining a comfort zone first. When I think about it, it's something that you're perfectly capable of just doing straight off the bat. You know exactly what to do and how to do it, and it just comes easily to you, like it's really comfortable. You like and know the process of doing it, and you like and know the subject matter that you're depicting and working in. So let's take a little closer look at those. If you know the process, you know all the steps you need to take to make something from start to finish. There's going to be no stumbling blocks in the way of things that are unexpectedly difficult or unfamiliar because you're comfortable with all parts of it. From there, it's just a matter of execution. You sort of avoid all that anxiety of, oh, what if it turns out bad, because you'll already have done it a bunch of times before. You're familiar with the process. This also counts for techniques, like if you're trying to do like some crazy, ooh, I can do it with the camera, like, whoa, perspective, yeah, like, whoa. But you've never done that before, then you're not comfortable with it, so it's not comfort zone work. It uses what you're currently capable of doing to avoid frustration and procrastination. Next, you like the process, so whatever the steps are to make the thing that you're doing, you find it fun. It's enjoyable to sit down and work. This will obviously make it a lot easier to do. Next is knowing the subject. If you're familiar with the subject that you're drawing, then there's no barrier between you thinking of how things should look and then putting it down on paper. You don't have to keep redoing and redrawing it over and over again because you already know what it's supposed to look like. This doesn't mean that you have to know from imagination exactly what it looks like, as long as the process of finding and using reference is something you're also comfortable with, which, pretty useful. Then we have liking the subject matter. If you like the thing that you're drawing, then it's going to be a lot easier to find the motivation to make it, and it also means that you'll hopefully, when you finish up and have a look at the thing you just made, you're like, yeah, that's cool. That's the sort of thing that I like looking at, and now I've made one just like it. I want to do that again. Yeah. It also makes it fun and not a chore to do research on it. So say you really like, medieval swords. Scrolling through like sword encyclopedia, weapons of medieval times books is going to be, something that you do for fun, instead of like, oh, I've got to look at what a bloody sword looks like, and if it's the handle slightly longer, it has a different name. Cool. You're going to forget that immediately. And that passion will show through in your final work as well. And lastly, the curveball, the sort of magic spice mix. If it's easy for you to come up with ideas and compelling concepts and things that you can get excited about, then it stops you just staring at a blank piece of paper and being like, but what do I draw? So with these 5 aspects of ideal comfort zone work, they bring you enjoyment through the whole process, from having an exciting idea to having fun making it, and then really liking what comes out at the end. And then you're all revved up to do another one. So now we know what comfort zone work looks like. What sort of benefits can it bring? Well, it basically boils down to feeling good about your work makes you more likely to do it. And feeling masterful and like you know what you're doing and that working is easy is a good way of getting yourself to feel like working's actually pretty good. It's pretty fun. Making art, good stuff. So why is feeling good about your work so important? Well, aside from just good mental health stuff, the spark for all this was an Adam Duff video titled, "Your procrastination has nothing to do with being lazy," which isn't that something we all like to hear. But the main point of it was that procrastination doesn't come from wanting to avoid challenge. Like, plenty of people procrastinate by playing Dark Souls or doing some other complicated thing that just isn't the thing they're supposed to be doing. It usually comes from just a bad feeling about working, like an emotional reaction. And that usually comes from a gap between the ambitions that you have for whatever piece that you're trying to make and your capability, which leads to failure, and failure never makes anyone feel good, really. And the only way to fix that is to improve your fundamentals, but it's quite difficult when every time you feel about working, you get hit with that gut punch of like, ooh, that's gonna make you feel bad if you sit down and start moving that pen around. That's gonna be no good. So you dread it and you put it off. And that's where working in your comfort zone comes in. If you're working with stuff that you like and you're familiar with and you can express mastery over, then that builds up your confidence and gives you more resilience to tackle difficult things that might come up in the future. So yeah, that's why I think comfort zone work is completely fine and should be in balance with learning new things. If you agree, push the button that looks like this. And if you want to hear some more things that I have to say about art and creativity and all that, you can subscribe, and there'll be some more coming up fairly soon. Thanks for watching. Hope this has been a help, and I'll see you next time.